This is EMS TV and you are watching EMS English News, and here are today's top stories. Just before the India bloc meeting in New Delhi, several posters targeting Congress appeared on Akbar Road. The poster carried a picture of Rahul Gandhi along with a statement made by opposition leaders criticizing the Congress party. Images of NCP SCP chief Sharad Pawar, Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, TMC Chief Mamata Banerjee and Tamil Nadu leader Udayunidhi Stalin were also featured. The identity of those behind the posters remain unknown. Meanwhile, opposition parties gathered at the Constitution Club to discuss a joint strategy against the NDA government. Congress leaders claimed that representatives from 23 opposition parties would attend the important meeting. A major protest took place in Nukrul district of Manipur on Sunday. Hundreds of Tanghul Naga women gathered in Shokwao and New Haven areas to oppose the presence of SM Rifles personnel. The women stood in front of security vehicles and blocked their movement. They carried torches and sticks and shouted slogans saying, "Our land, our rights." According to local residents, security forces fired warning shots in the air and used force to disperse the crowd. They also alleged that there was pushing and scuffling during the confrontation. SM Rifle personnel, however, claimed that some protesters tried to pour petrol on soldiers and attempted to set them on fire. A video circulating on social media reportedly shows soldiers making this allegation. Reports said that 22 Thankul women were injured during the clash. The situation remains tense and authorities are closely monitoring developments in the area. A parliamentary committee has raised tough questions to the National Testing Agency and CBSE over the NEET paper leak case and the on-screen marking controversy. The panel asked NTA to clearly define what qualifies as a paper leak and sought details on the agency's response to exam security concerns. The committee also questioned CBSE about its OSM system and asked whether the background of the company handling the project was properly verified before awarding the contract. Both NTA and CBSE have been directed to submit written replies. The committee has examined possible lapses and accountability in the two high-profile education controversies. Cockroach Janata Party founder Abhijit Tipke has announced nationwide protest if the education minister does not resign by June 13. In a video message posted on X, Tipke said he will travel across different states and cities to lead demonstration. He warned that students could once again march to Delhi for a peaceful protest if their demands are not met. The party recently held a protest at Jantar Mantar over alleged examination irregularities. Tipke also said the country's politics should focus more on education, employment and youth concerns. All India Congress Committee Secretary and Karnataka Government Guarantee Committee Vice Chairman Suraj Hegde has passed away following a cardiac arrest. He was around 55-year-old. Hegde was a former in charge of the Indian Youth Congress and the grandson of former Karnataka Chief Minister Devraj. His death has shocked Congress leaders and party workers across the country. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar and several others later paid heartfelt tribute to him. They remembered his contribution to public service and the Congress party. His passing is being widely mourned in political circles. A powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck the Philippines early Monday morning, causing widespread damage and panic. Several buildings collapsed in affected areas and at least one person was reported dead in the initial reports. The quake's epicenter was located near General Santos City on Mindanao Island. Following the strong tremor, authorities issued a tsunami warning with waves of up to 3 meters feared along coastal regions. Emergency alerts were also extended to parts of Japan, Indonesia and Malaysia. Rescue teams have been deployed to search for survivors trapped under debris, while residents in coastal areas have been advised to move to higher ground. Officials continue to monitor the situation as aftershock remain a concern. Authorities are assessing the full extent of the damage and the death toll may rise as more information becomes available. Rescue operation underway as tsunami threat put several Asian nations on alert. Tensions have risen again in the Middle East after Iran launched missile toward Israel on Sunday night. According to Iranian state media, the attack was the first missile strike since the ceasefire reached in April. Air raid sirens sounded across several parts of Israel, forcing residents to rush into shelter and bunkers. Israeli defense forces said they responded with counterattacks targeting location near Tehran and Tabriz. Following the exchange of fire, authorities temporarily closed airspace in Tehran as a security measure. No immediate details on casualties or damage have been released. World leaders are closely watching the situation, fearing that the latest attack could lead to a wider regional conflict. Security forces in both countries remain on high alert. A private jet crash at La Romana International Airport in the Dominican Republic during an emergency landing attempt. The Gulfstream G200 aircraft was flying from La Romana to Austin, Texas when it reportedly developed a serious technical problem shortly after takeoff. The pilot declared an emergency and turned back toward the airport. However, while landing, the jet bounced on the runway, lost control, and burst into a huge fireball. Dramatic videos shared on social media showed the aircraft sliding on its rear wheel before exploding into flames. According to aviation officials, both the pilots and co-pilots died in the crash. Emergency team quickly reached the spot and controlled the fire. Authorities have launched an investigation to determine the exact cause of the accident. Indian stock markets traded sharply lower on Monday amid growing concern over rising tension in the Middle East. The BSE Sensex dropped around 500 points to trade near 73,700. The Nifty also declined by nearly 200 points, slipping to around 23,200. Investors remain cautious as geopolitical uncertainty affected global market sentiments. Heavy selling was seen in information technology, metal and real estate stocks, which emerged as the worst performing sector during the session. Market analysts say continued global tension could keep investors on edge and lead to further volatility in the coming days. India tightened its grip on the one-off test against Afghanistan in Chandigarh as the third day's plays continue on Monday. Afghanistan reached 136 for 6 in their first innings but still trailed India by 428 runs. The visitors suffered a major setback when Azmatullah lost his wicket during the morning session. Rahmat Shah played a fighting knock and completed a well-deserved half-century, keeping Afghanistan hope alive. Ashraf remained unbeaten at the other end. To avoid the follow-on, Afghanistan must reach 365 runs in their first innings. Earlier, India declared their first innings at a massive 564 for 8, putting the visitors under tremendous pressure. The southwest monsoon is progressing rapidly across India and has now covered 12 states according to the India Meteorological Department. Kerala, Karnataka, Manipur, Nagaland and Mizoram are now fully under monsoon coverage. Several parts of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan are experiencing pre-monsoon showers. Heavy rain and hailstorms were reported in Rajasthan's Sri Ganganagar district. Strong winds in Madhya Pradesh caused an auto rickshaw to overturn on the Indore-Khandwa highway. Meanwhile, 3 Air India aircraft and Delhi airport were damaged after ground equipment collided with them during severe weather conditions. Weather officials have warned that temperatures in Delhi NCR may rise again sharply, with heat waves-like conditions expected next week. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.